You're looking at one of our newer displays that we're building out for this summer at the Lake Superior Railroad Museum. It's going to be all about signaling and how signaling makes it safer for railroads to tell their engine crews when to go, when to stop, when they're going to take a siding, and when they're going to hit the main line. So this is a work in progress right now behind me, but when you come and visit the Lake Superior Railroad Museum this summer, there'll be a whole new exhibit for you to look at. It'll tell you all about signals, how they work, and what they mean. And we want to thank the Burlington Northern Santa Fe Foundation, who gave us the grant to do this wonderful new exhibit at the museum. You know, my favorite TV channel right now, and maybe you've got one where you live too, is that oldies channel. It's kind of like an oldies radio station where they play songs from the 50s and 60s, but instead they're showing you television shows from the 50s and 60s. One of my favorites is I Love Lucy. You remember that one? Father Knows Best, Gunsmoke, and Our Miss Brooks. All those great shows from the 1950s. In 1953, two brothers, Gilbert and Clark, are running their old man's company, and they're about to make a horrible mistake. A mistake that will lead to a change in how people watch television forever, all because of a mistake. Their father actually started the company. He was born, his name is Carl, in 1879. In 1899, he moves to Omaha, where he starts working for the Jerpy Company. He becomes a partner, and he ends up owning it. It's a food processing plant, starting with milk and dairy products and other farm products that are being processed at this plant in Omaha. Now fast forward to 1953, the two kids are running the old man's company, and they make a horrible mistake. It's Thanksgiving, and they over-ordered turkey. They thought their frozen turkeys would sell, and guess what? They didn't. And now they're all coming back to the plant in Omaha. How many? Well, 260 tons of frozen turkey are now screaming its way back to the plant in Omaha. What to do? How are they going to use that turkey and not bankrupt the company? And more importantly, what are they going to do with the turkey? Well, they try to figure out something to do with the turkey. They come across an idea. They lease 10 railroad refrigerated boxcars. They load all the turkeys into the refrigerated cars, and they think that's a good way to do it. Keep them cold. But the refrigeration units in these cars are battery operated. And the only way to charge the battery is on a generator that works off the wheels of the boxcar to keep the refrigeration plant running. So how do you do that? Well, they spent 2 months shipping these 10 boxcars from one coast to Omaha, to the East Coast, back to Omaha. And they do that for 2 months while a guy by the name of Jeremy Clark figures it all out. He's a salesman, and he just got back from World War II where he was eating K rations that come in little tins. And to fly to Omaha to try to figure out what to do with all these excess turkeys, he flies on Pan Am, and he goes first class, of course, and he gets a dinner. And guess what? It's in a tray with little compartments. So he thinks to himself, why, this is a pretty good idea. We'll just take and put all the frozen turkeys in something brand new called the TV dinner from Swanson's. And that very next year, in 1954, Swanson's sold 10 million TV dinners. All because they had to figure out a way to use up 260 tons of leftover Thanksgiving frozen turkeys that they shipped back and forth across the country for months in 10 rented refrigerated boxcars from the railroads. Proving once again, as I always say, if you work it hard enough, it all comes back to the railroad. Come back and visit us this summer, and come back and visit these videos every single day. Share them with your friends, like them, subscribe to them, and that helps the museum, and we're very appreciative. Hey, and also, take care of each other.